So, first of all, I'm very excited to teach you guys today. I'm very excited as me. So, for some reason, there's a lot of markers sitting down here. I don't know who put them there, why they're there, and I don't have any idea why those are there. Let's see.
Maybe winter's coming.
Right? That's very possible. So,
Not actually one there for something.
yeah. Mohammed?
Animals also eat lots and food for the winter because at winter there's no food or grass, and sometimes animals can't collect, so they eat as much as before winter comes.
Yes, very true. So, I don't know who this, but I'm going to pick them up, okay? So we got 5 of them here. Now, what I just did is I just accumulated markers, okay? So you guys know what accumulate means?
No.
So it means like gather, or pick up, or create for yourself, basically. Okay, so today,
Making a puzzle.
kind of, yeah. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to accumulate text, okay? When you're reading a chapter of a book. So I know Mrs. Withers has taught you about reading the first chapter and trying to get as much as you can out of the first chapter as you can, right? So we're going to go over the first chapter of my book, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to split the first chapter into 3 sections, the beginning, the middle, and the end, okay? So we're going to accumulate text from the first few pages of the chapter. That's the first thing we're going to do. And then after that, we'll discuss, and then we'll go to the middle and accumulate some more text. And then we'll go to the end of the chapter and accumulate some more. So basically when we're accumulating text, we're going to just write down key points of the text, okay? That's what accumulating means, just gather information, write down the key points. And then I will let you guys go back to your desk and do that on your own as well. Does that sound cool?
Yeah.
So another thing I want you guys to focus on is the 5 W's. I'm pretty sure you guys learned about that, right? Who, what, when, where, and why. So always be thinking, who is this about? When is it happening? Why is this happening? What's going on? Where is this going on? Right? Maksud? I don't know. We'll find out, right? Oh, not today. Not today.
Why?
I had the Thanksgiving.
Did you really? Was it cool? Awesome.
We never had something.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start reading the book to you guys, okay? And after the first few pages, I'll ask you guys what you guys think we should write down or what a text we should accumulate. Sounds good? So the book we're going to read is Henry and Mudge in Puddle Trouble. This is a really good book. I think you guys have read a few of these books.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the author is Cynthia Rylant. Okay? So we have 3 chapters. We're just going to go over the first, okay? So, when the snow melted and spring came, Henry and his dog Mudge stayed outside all the time. Henry had missed riding his bike. Mudge had missed chewing on sticks. They were glad it was warmer. One day when Henry and Mudge were in the yard, Henry saw something blue on the ground. He got closer to it. "Mudge," he called, "it's a flower." Mudge slowly walked over and sniffed the blue flower. So right away, who is the book about? Sloan?
Henry and Mudge.
Yep. Oopsies, sorry. That's all right. Then he sneezed all over Henry. "Aw, Mudge." Later, Henry's mother told him that the flower was called a snow glory. "Can I pick it?" Henry asked. "Oh no," said his mother. "Let it grow." So Henry didn't pick it up. So, that's the first page of the chapter. Is there any important things we should write down?
Yeah.
Who wants to give me a few? Muhammad.
Don't touch the flower.
Don't touch the flower, okay?
Pick mine.
Yeah. Yep, awesome. It's very good. Yeah.
They found the flower.
Found the flower, yep. And one more.
Mudge might be allergic to the flower.
That's very true. It's Very good point. All right. So now we're going to go into the middle, okay? Like I said, remember, who, what, when, where, why, always taking those questions.
So we're going to look at 2 pages at the middle and 2 pages at the end, right?
Yep, we're going to look at a few pages in the middle and the end too, yep. All right. Oops, lost my page.
Yeah.
Every day he saw the snow glory in the yard, blue and looking so pretty. He knew he shouldn't pick it. He was trying not to pick it, but he thought how nice it would look in a jar. He thought how nice to bring it inside. He thought how nice it would be to own that snow glory. Every day he stood with Mudge and looked at the flower.
That's how you grow.
Mudge would stick his nose into the grass all around the snow glory, but he never looked at it the way Henry did. Don't you think the snow glory has been growing long enough? Henry would ask his mother. Let it grow, Henry, she would say. Oh, Henry wanted that snow glory, and one day he just knew he had to have it. So he took Mudge by the collar and he stood beside the snow glory. What do you guys think's gonna happen? Yeah. He's gonna pick it up. You guys think Henry's gonna pick it up?
Yes.
I'm going to pick it, Henry whispered to Mudge. I've let it grow a long time. Henry bent his head and he said in Mudge's ear, now I need it. And Mudge wagged his tail, licked Henry's face, then put his big mouth right over that snow glory. And he ate it.
Oh.
No, Mudge, Henry said, but too late. There was a blue flower in Mudge's belly. All right, so now we've gone over a few more pages. What are some things we can accumulate from that text? Yeah. Yep.
Mudge eats the flower.
Mudge eats flower, yeah. Pablo.
Wait, what's the name?
Henry and Mudge.
Oh yeah, so Henry tried to pick it.
Mm-hmm. But Mudge ate it, right?
Yep. Before.
Simon.
Maybe Mudge likes eating flowers.
Yeah, maybe he does. One more, Paxton.
Henry had the dinner.
Yes, very true. All right, so now we're going to the end. Okay? I said need it, not eat it, shouted Henry. He was so mad because Mudge took his flower. It was Henry's flower and Mudge took it. And Henry almost said, bad dog, but he stopped. He looked at Mudge, who looked back at him with soft brown eyes and a flower in his belly. Henry knew it wasn't his snow glory. He knew it wasn't anybody's snow glory, just a thing to let grow. And if someone ate it, it was just a thing to let go. Henry stopped feeling mad. He put his arms around Mudge's big head. Next time, Mudge, he said, try to listen better. Mudge wagged his tail and licked his lips. One blue petal fell from his mouth into Henry's hand. Henry smiled, put it in his pocket, and they went inside. Okay, so that's the end of the first chapter. Okay, so now, what are a few things we can accumulate from those last few pages? Sloan.
That Henry got mad at Mudge, but he only said that.
Right, but he didn't. Yeah.
Mudge dropped the petal and Henry did.
Yeah. Kind of cool, isn't it?
They went inside.
We went inside, yep. One more, yep.
Mudge, I think he got it out of his mouth.
Yep, he dropped the petal out of his mouth, yep. Okay, so you guys think that was pretty fun or not? Yeah? Okay, so what I'm gonna have you guys do, remember, is I want you guys to go back to your desk, and we're gonna get your chapter books out. You can read the first chapter and accumulate the text just like I did, okay? remember 3 parts: beginning, the middle, and the end. And make sure, I'll give you guys a graphic organizer just like this, and make sure that you're asking yourself the who, what, when, where, and why questions as well, okay? Sound good? All right, if everyone wants to quietly go back to their desk, we can get going.